Hey, everybody. Happy Monday, February 7th. We're into Valentine's week. So I call this my Muppet Sweater. It's a little bright and outlandish for me. So I pull it out about every year around Valentine's Day and wear it a couple of times. It is so soft, though. I kind of feel silly wearing it. You ever buy things and keep them and you wonder why you bought that? This sweater is one of them, and I've got a candy in my throat. How rude. Just to keep me, my throat's been dry. Everything's dry right now, right? If you're here, say hello. I've got the comments turned on. I would love to chat with you. We are going to make a Valentine card today. So I am going to first I'll pull my camera up here. It's going to be kind of in my face. Besides hanging it from the ceiling, I don't know. I can't figure out any other way to do this. But I think it would still be in my face if I hung it from the ceiling because I have to have it here. Here's the card we're going to make. It's a little pocket card. And I got the inspiration for this. I'm going to move some things on my screen. You can't see them, but so I can see what's going on. I got the inspiration. Every Friday, Mary Gunn has Craft Roulette, and it is on YouTube, and it's live. And she did pocket cards this Friday, and so that was where I got the inspiration for this pocket card. I thought I'd show you how to make this simple little card. It's got this little tag in it with the greeting, and it could be used as a bookmark, so it's kind of a gift within a card. Hi, Rebecca. Hope you're doing good. Let me put my face in the corner. There, I always forget that step so you guys can see me. So let's get started on this card. The paper I'm using, which I think is the star of the show, is the Sweet Talk paper that is in the Spring Mini catalog. Perfect for Valentine's Day. The opposite sides of the paper can be used just for anniversary or birthday or whatever. They're just kind of general. But I love this paper. It's bright and cheery. It uses a lot of my favorite colors. And the stamp set we're going to use, and I'm using it as a bundle, is the Always in My Heart, and this is in the annual catalog. It's a stamp set, and there are coordinating dies to go with the stamp set. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Catalog, please let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, and I would love to get a catalog out to you. So just let me know in the comments or send me a direct message or however we do it on the interwebs. Okay, to start out with the card base, I'm taking a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch. This is Highland Heather cardstock. I pulled this color out of the paper. It's not really showing. The only place it shows is on the back. So I thought about doing the card base in maybe some basic white, but it doesn't matter what you use. And then I took a piece of the Designer Series paper. Hi, Stacy. And I'll have all the measurements for these over on my blog when we get off here today. But this measures about 5 4 1/4. And it's just one of the coordinating prints. And I'm going to adhere it to this piece of Highland Heather cardstock, matching up all the corners and all the edges. And then we're going to make our little pocket. Hi, Carol. And that's so easy to do. I have taken a piece of it's the same size as our card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer, and I'm going to start up in the upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to line that up in the, I call this the gutter. I don't know what it is. It's the little gutter that you slice your paper with. And you can decide how deep you want your pocket to be. I wanted mine to be about 1 inch. So I just took my, this corner of my paper. So I'm going to line this top left-hand corner in the gutter. And then I'm going to just scoot this one over. And there's a little line here on my trimmer. So that's about 1 1/4. I think that's about what I did. You could just eyeball it. Actually, I did about 1 1/2. So I'm going to bump it over one more to this line, which is 1 1/2. You can't see it at the base, but it's off camera. But this is 1 1/2. Well, there it is, 1 1/2. And then we're going to just take our blade and cut off this little triangle. Now you can use this way and make another pocket card. It's just going to be a smaller little pocket. So I will save this for another project. Okay, now we just want to put our adhesive along the edges of this so we can insert our greeting. So I'm going to take some multi-purpose liquid glue because I want it to be a little strong, because this is going to take some, you know, it's going to have some tension on it, the inserting and all that. So I want to use something a little stronger than my Stamp and Seal. I could use some Stamp and Seal Plus. It's not my favorite. It is so strong that I have trouble with it tearing my paper. Or I could use some tear and tape, and that would be a good adhesive too. But my liquid is just fine. So I've just put a little bead of glue along these 3 sides. And we're going to line this up with the bottom left-hand corner and the left-hand side. Just like that. And now you have your pocket. So that's how easy it is to make just that single layer pocket. And you can, you know, zhuzh it up any way you would like. I just chose Valentine's because it is Valentine's week. So I cut out this beautiful filigree heart that is in part of the dies. Isn't that beautiful? And what are the dies names? Let me share with you what those dies are actually called. I can find my catalog down here. It's always something. Floral heart. They're the floral heart dies. And like I said, they coordinate with the Always in My Heart stamp set. So there are dies to cut out all the little flowers and leaves and the hearts. And then you get this gorgeous, I call it a filigree, I don't know, lacy heart. That's another word for it, I guess. And I'm going to just take, I'm going to tuck it down here on my card front, but I don't want to put any adhesive here because that's my pocket. So I'm just going to add a little liquid glue. Let's see how that goes. So I can probably put some here. And I already put some there. Okay. I cut this heart out of, this is Blushing Bride, the cardstock. And I also pulled it out of the designer series paper. And if you're coming in late, it's the Sweet Talk designer series paper, which is perfect for all your lovey-dovey projects. Okay, now that I've got that on there, when I cut this out, you also get the center heart. And I decided to go ahead and use it, but I want to pop it up. So I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on here. But I don't want to put one up in that corner because that'll overlap my pocket. Ask me how I know. On my sample, I did that and I couldn't figure out why my pocket wasn't working. So I popped that up just a little bit. And then I'm going to add this XOXO. I thought that was really cute. And to do that, I went ahead and cut these out. So you guys didn't have to, I wouldn't belabor that. I'm using the Playful Alphabet dies. They are in the annual catalog. These are something that you would always use forever and ever. Anytime I get letter dies or number dies, they're just keepers. They're long-termers in my craft room. Okay, and to do them, I wanted them to be kind of popped up. So when I die cut them out, I used the foam adhesive sheets. Here's what a full sheet looks like. And this is the one I used. So let me show you how I did it, because these are pretty neat. My whole sack full of everything just fell. Here we go. This is a piece for my tag, but what you would want to do is figure out how much paper you needed to cut out your whatever you're cutting out. It could be a heart or whatever. Then cut your piece of foam that size, peel up one side of the adhesive and lay your cardstock on it. Then make your die cut, and then it turns it into a sticker because on the other side there's adhesive. So that's what I did. I just took a little piece of this and I cut out my my XOXO out of that, and it just kind of makes them very dimensional. I thought that was cute. So then I decided where I wanted that to be, and I used my ruler so they would be straight. I think you got to make sure your card is straight. I think I'm going to put them down a little bit. Find the center of your card. I'm going to put this X right here. And I'm not going to press down too much, just in case I have to move everything around a little bit. or you can just eyeball it. I'm doing this kind of a, normally I would probably have my head right over this piece of paper so I can make sure everything was straight. And see, I think this needs to move over just a tad. Like I said, I didn't press down real hard until I'm absolutely sure where I want everything to be. And I think I like that. So now they're on there. Okay, now to make the little tag insert, I took a piece of 2-inch, I think this was it's 5 inches, real red. I pulled that color right out of the designer series paper as well. And I'm using, I forget what the name of this tag punch is. It's in the annual catalog as well. And I think I passed the tags. The dies and the embossing folders and the punches are in the back. Okay, it is the delightful tag topper. It is delightful. You need a tag topper punch in your craft room. These are workhorses, and just like the letters, you will have these forever. I love to make tags. And then I'm going to take this punch, which is also in the annual catalog. It is the triple banner, I think, because you can use different sizes. I'm using the 2-inch. And I always look in the back just to make sure it's centered. And there's our little base. Now I wanted to add a little designer series paper to that. So this is 1 3/4. I think this is 4.5. And if I have to trim it, I will. I'm going to use this triple banner punch again. Now, if you don't have this one, you can just tag the end, flag it with your scissors. But I had it, so I decided to use it. It also ensures that my my little flags are all the same size. You could also make a template if you wanted your banners to be, what would the word be? They just sync together. Okay, I am going to cut off just a tiny tad on this because I don't want it to go all the way to the top. So I'm cutting off probably about 1/2 inch. I hope I'm not going to be sorry. I think 1/2 inch will do it. I probably needed more. No, that's good. Okay, just kind of brightens it up, right? This is kind of an over-the-top card, but Valentine's Day, you get a little over the top. Okay. Now, for the sentiment, I am using the You Are Always in My Heart, and that is from the Always in My Heart stamp set. And I am going to stamp that on a little scrap of basic white cardstock. And because these are photopolymer stamps, I want to use my, I like to use a little foam stamp and pierce mat. And I'm using the Real Red ink. We're going to cut this out with a circle die here in a sec. Love that font. And then we'll take our little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And I think I used this one. Yep. I'm going to use a little piece of repositional tape so this doesn't jump on me. That was Simple Simon, wasn't it? Okay, and then I didn't want too much bulk in this pocket. I mean, it'll hold quite a bit. You could even put like a little treat in there if you didn't want to do the sentiment tag. You could put a little, you know, one of those little bags of candies or mini, you know, Reese's or something. So it would hold quite a bit. But I'm going to just put this little tag in there. And I didn't pop it up because the sentiment up because I want it to be lay pretty flat in there. We've already got dimension on the heart and the little XOXO letters. And then I topped our little tag off with this purple bow. Find my ribbon here. This is the Highland Heather, what is it called? It's a little sparkly grosgrain ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. And I just tied a little knot. I didn't want anything too over the top. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I think so. It's kind of glittery, right? Perfect for Valentine's Day. And grab my ribbon scissors. And then I just used a little mini glue dot, and I did cover up that little hole. I didn't run anything through it. So when I glued my ribbon on there, I made sure that the mini glue dot kind of goes right above the punched hole. But I don't want the punched hole to show. So there. That looks about right. So that is our little tag. And then that would be a cute little bookmark for somebody. So it's kind of like a little gift inside the card. So that is my simple pocket card. That's it. Now on Wednesday, be on the lookout. I meant to look at my calendar before I got on here. I have a shoulder appointment, an osteopathic, and whatever, those shoulder people. I've been having pain in my shoulder, and I can't remember if I think that appointment was at 1 o'clock, so I might be doing Wednesday at a different time. So keep a lookout for that. And otherwise, thank you for joining me. You guys go out there and have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you sometime on Wednesday. Bye-bye.